Good evening. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue with my part series. The week that was college football history review, the 1976 college football season for October 16th. This is week 6. We're going to get into it. Penn State. Was Penn State ranked? No, it was not ranked. Penn State beat Syracuse 27-3. Pittsburgh, the number 2 team in the country, beat Miami 36-19. The Panthers may have been running out of healthy quarterbacks, but as long as jersey number 33 ran out to tailback position, they were okay. As tailback, Tony Dorsett ran for 227 yards on 35 carries and 2 touchdowns, plus he caught scoring past the lead undefeated Pittsburgh. With quarterbacks Robert Haygood and Matt Cavanaugh injured, senior quarterback Tom Uchik orchestrated Panthers offense that grabbed a 22-0 halftime lead. The final touchdown of the first half was Uchik's for screen pass to Dorsett, taking 40 yards to the end zone. Dorsett, who breezed past 5,000 yards career rushing barrier, added 53 yards touchdown run in the fourth quarter. So the Panthers defense forced 9 turnovers, scored on a safety on tackle by defensive back Leroy Felder of Miami quarterback George Mason. The Hurricanes of Miami rallied to make the result appear more presentable with 3 late touchdowns, including a 75-yard touchdown from quarterback Frank Glover to running back Larry Kane. Next, Virginia Tech beat Virginia 14-10. As the Cavaliers were 7 minutes away from ending nation's longest losing streak at 14 games after taking a 10-7 lead at 1 yard touchdown run by tailback Raymond Keys, the Hokies wouldn't stand for that, marching 70 yards in 16 plays to winning touchdown on 1 yard run by halfback Roscoe Coles, who had 86 yards and 18 carries with just over minutes remaining. Fullback Paul Adams, who had 86 yards on 26 carries, who scored Virginia Tech's first touchdown on a 7-yard run in the first quarter, provided Tech with a tough 1-2 tandem on winning drive. Virginia punter Russ Henderson had a brilliant day, averaging 48.7 yards on 6 punts and pinning Gobblers 4 times within their own 4-yard line. Next, we have North Carolina State beating North Carolina 21-13. Next, Wake Forest played against Maryland, the number 5 team in the country, Maryland Terrapins. They beat Wake Forest 17-15. Number 5 Terps had little relief until their recovery of late fourth quarter onside kickoff by Deacons, following 27-yard field goal by Maryland kicker Mike Sacco that lifted margin to 17-7. So Wake Forest flew upfield before quarterback Mike McGlinry hit wide receiver Bill Minner on a 29-yard touchdown pass and added 2-point pass to wide receiver Solomon Everett. Terps had scored first on 47-yard screen pass to fullback. 7-7 on second quarter 1-yard run by tailback James McDougal. Maryland waited until fourth quarter to take lead. Tailback George Scott, elevated from third string due to injuries, became 4th different back in 4 weeks. So lead the Maryland rushers ran for a 1-yard touchdown with 5 plays, and the Terps guard Ed Fulton recovered 3rd down fumble by quarterback Mark Manges for 8-yard gain and first down at Wake 32-yard line. Kentucky beat Louisiana State 21-7. Louisiana State was number 16 in the country. They lost to Kentucky 21-7 as the Wildcats rose 2 touchdown runs by fullback Rod Stewart and a 56-yard interception touchdown return by safety Dallas Owens for the upset. Tigers dominated offensive stats, 55-210, but couldn't reap its rewards. At halftime, LSU trailed 14-0 despite having run 45 plays to 19 by Cats. Rally chances died when Kentucky tailback Chris Hill raced 51 yards to set up, clinching 10-yard scoring run by Stewart. Now tailback Terry Bisky, future frequent interim NFL coach, ran for 126 yards for LSU. Next, Alabama beat Tennessee 20-13. Alabama, ranked number 20, beat Tennessee 20-13. Volunteers coach Bill Battle was victimized by his alma mater, Alabama, for the sixth time in a row. As he put it later, there was long shadow cast from Tennessee grad work in Pennsylvania. The local press was writing more about what Johnny Majors and eventual national champion Pittsburgh were doing than what we were doing at Tennessee. Tied defensive back Mike Kramer, who had removed Cass from his wrist just before kickoff, made big play by blocking Volunteers punter Craig Colquitt's punt early in the third quarter. It led to a 15-yard touchdown run by Baylor quarterback Jack O'Reilly, which broke 6-6 deadline. Tennessee managed to tie on fullback Bobby Emmons' 2-yard touchdown run before end of third quarter. Tennessee linebacker Greg Jones participated in 25 tackles, but was hard pressed to halt ties, winning 79-yard ride in the fourth quarter. Now, the game of the year for 1976 was Florida versus Florida State, where Florida, the number 12 team in the country, beat Florida State 33-26. As much as any game, this heartbreaking defeat proved that Florida State was on its way. Afterward, Coach Bobby Bowden told his players, "I think you're awfully close to being a good football team." Number 12, Florida Gators jumped to a 10-0 lead in the first quarter, but FSU quarterback Jimmy Black was sharp with his opening 12 passes to launch Seminoles to a 17-13 lead in the second quarter. FSU's second touchdown came on Terry High grab by wide receiver Kurt Unglab. Just as quickly, quarterback Jimmy Fisher fired Florida's air game and whipped Gators 82 yards with go-ahead touchdown at 20-17, coming in the last 10 seconds of the first half as wide receiver Wes Chandler caught 23-yard passes and faked his way into the end zone. At the trade of third quarter touchdowns, Gators sprung halfback Tony Green for a 58-yard dash to set up a touchdown run for a 33-23 lead in the middle of the fourth quarter. It went blackout. Freshman quarterback Jimmy Jordan scored FSU up 73 yards to kicker Dave Keppelin's 27-yard field goal, and with last-minute connection to Unglau, tight end Ed Beckman to Gators' 9-yard line. Jordan barely overshot Unglau, and with 7 seconds left, rolled out only to be dumped by hard-charging Florida defensive end Mike Dupree as clock ran out. Ex-Oklahoma Sooners beat Kansas 28-10. Oklahoma, number 16 in the country, beat number 15 Cajuns 28-10. Coach Barry Switzer avenged his only loss in 3 years as Sooners converted 4 turnovers into second-half scores. While quarterback Thomas Lott may have completed none of his 5 pass attempts. He ran for 2 touchdowns. But Jayhawks quarterback Nolan Cromwell, which Coach Bud Moore described as the greatest wishbone quarterback he ever seen, was knocked out for season with an knee injury after leading Kansas to a 10-3 halftime lead on a 24-yard touchdown run by halfback Bill Campfield and 37-yard field goal by kicker Mike Hubach. Lott quickly tied game in third quarter after Kansas fumble on first play of second half, racing for 13-yard touchdown. Lott then put Sooners in front for good, 33-yard burst, following interception by safety Scott Hill, a first pass thrown by Kansas sub quarterback Scott McMichael. Now, next, we got the Iowa State beating Missouri 21-17. As number 7 Missouri lost to Iowa State. Missouri number 17 in the country, Missouri lost to Iowa State 21-17. Wins over USC. Ohio State has shot Missouri into the AP top 10 until Cyclones hit Columbia. Tailback Dexter Green had 214 yards rushing, 37 carries, scored twice, once on a 65-yard jump as Iowa State built a 14-0 lead. Tigers managed field goal before Iowa State scored again. A nifty pass from running back Buddy Hartman back to quarterback Wayne Stanley for a 36-yard touchdown. Now, quarterback Steve Arkowitz threw a touchdown as Missouri ended first half trailing 21-10. Cyclones defense blanked Tigers in the second half until fullback Rich Densdale gave Missouri a 56-yard scoring jump. Later in the fourth quarter, the speedy Missouri wide receiver Leo Lewis had 77-yard punt touchdown return wiped out by the clipping penalty. Cyclones cornerback Mike Clemens soon sealed it with interception. Next, Texas A&M shut out Baylor 24-0. As Texas A&M defenders earned high marks by allowing only 48 carries on 93 yards rushing. Kicker Tony Franklin earned national publicity by twice breaking the NCAA record for long ranges field goals of 64 and 65 yards. On same day elsewhere in Texas, kicker Ovi Johansson of Abilene Christian, cousin of former heavyweight champion Edgemar, booted NAIA record 69-yard field goal. Meanwhile, Baylor suffered 5 turnovers, although it managed to lead Aggies in first downs by 16 to 12. Texas A&M scored 2 touchdowns. The quicker quarterback David Walker throwing a 15-yard scoring pass to tight end Gary Hack and halfback Curtis Dickey racing 35 yards. Next, Oregon State beat California 10 to 9. And finally, Stanford beat Washington 34-28. Stanford quarterback Guy Benjamin put on Patrick Clinton to outdo Huskies quarterback Warren Moon. Guy Benjamin completed 14 of 22, 270 yards with 35-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver James Lofton, scored on 2 short rushes, as Washington held a brief 7-3 lead on a 1-yard touchdown run by tailback Joe Steele. The face deficit rest of the way, but the Cardinals reeled off next 24 points. Halfback Gary Lynch scored a touchdown on a 2-yard run that gave Stanford lead for good at 10-7. Kept a 31-yard drive begun with recovery of Moon's fumble. Warren Moon was 15 of 28 for 209 yards and an interception, led a 4-quarter rally, throwing touchdown passes of 38 yards to wide receiver Spider Gaines and 4 yards to wide receiver Scott Phillips until Cards recovered late onside kickoff. Now, that concludes a look at week number 6 for October 16th, 1976. The games that were played on October 16th, 1976. This is week 6. This concludes that recap. And let's get into the AP poll as October 18th is concerned. There was a tie for the 20 spot between East Carolina and Mississippi State. Then number 19 was South Carolina, number 18 Alabama, number 17 Missouri, 16 Iowa State, 15 Arkansas, 14 Houston, 13 Texas, 12 Notre Dame, 11 Florida. The top 10 rounded out as this: number 10 Georgia, number 9 Ohio State, 8 Texas Tech, 7 Southern California, 6 Maryland, number 5 Oklahoma, number 4 UCLA, 3 Nebraska, 2 Pittsburgh, and number 1 Michigan. So that concludes look at week 6, the games that were played on October 16th, 1976 for week 6. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. This is week 6, the games that were played on October 16th, 1976. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Do reveal this magnitude for the week that was college football history review, the 1976 college football season. Until then, talk to you soon.